DJ Rhett Podcast. That's your mom and them.
You don't know what to do with your hands?
Man, no.
Sit on them.
Pocket bacon.
Oh, boy, you pass a freaking five.
All right, we rolling. So, all right, welcome to the studio. Nonc Matous. What's up, guys? Thank y'all so much for coming. Hey, man.
Thanks for having us.
Oh man, look. When I started lilistening to you guys back at, well, I mean, y'all been at it what since the late
2011,
2011. Okay,
It's 10 years this year. Yeah,
10 years this year. All right, awesome.
We should
now,
celebrate.
Tell me, how did it all to come? Well, introduce yourselves. You know, go down the line.
This is Philip
Philip,
Porsche,
yeah.
This is Mike Collins.
and that's Cody Guidry.
Okay, y'all introduce each other, not yourselves, right? Okay, all right. I like it. Y'all share the same brain, or what? Wow. Oh, wow. Well, tell me how it all came together, man. Like, did y'all? I know, like, what we do. It kind of just happens. We're just having fun, and all of a sudden, it just let's do it. Let's put it together and see what happens.
Exactly.
I gotta say that y'all guys' story probably happened the same way. Getting drunk. Doing some music, and then all of a sudden, let's do something. So, tell me about it.
Well, Cody and I went to high school together,
Okay.
and we
What
played
high school was that?
South Lafourche.
South Lafourche. Y'all were the Blue Poissons back there?
Allons Poisson.
Allons Poisson. There you go.
Right? And we played music in different bands,
Okay.
more metal music, and all. We were trying to follow the path of Acid Bath, and so
The Pat of Acid
the
Bath.
path of
Y'all
Acid
were?
Bath.
Y'all playing that hard
We
stuff?
were playing that hard stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we were actually practicing in the same barn that Acid Bat would practice in.
Okay.
And we went to college. We kind of went our separate ways. Cody was playing in a band in Houma called Slow the Knife.
I remember Slow the Knife. Y'all played at Brick House a lot.
Brick House.
Brick House.
I was
Brick House
playing
in Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah. What's in Beaumont, Texas?
nothing.
Nothing?
Metalheads.
I was playing in a band called Swayze Sunrise,
Okay.
and me and Cody were talking on the phone because we were still friends and all, and we came up with the joke of starting a Cajun band, and we named the band Nonc Matous probably 3 years before the band even started.
Okay, now if my Cajun French is correct, okay, Nonc is uncle, new is naked, right?
yes. Naked.
Okay, so a naked uncle.
Yes.
And a wild Matous, is that like a tomcat or something?
Tomcat.
Okay, all right.
Uncle Naked and a wild
I knew it was like
Tomcats.
a bobcat or a tomcat or
We
something
had
like
a
that.
partner that called us a wild Matous all the time.
Oh, and why is that? Just y'all wildcats?
We just wild. I guess.
Okay, all right.
We like to party.
And the
we had
naked
good
uncle,
times.
was that just...
That was every band. Like back then, like we were listening to like our Deftones, Non-Point,
Right.
Taproot. But every band, like Travis Mott and the Zydeco Kingpins, and Bojack and the High Steppers, the High Rollers.
Richard LaBeouf and
Yes.
whoever it was.
And
yeah.
so it was Nonc New and whatever. So it was Nonc New and the Wild Matous.
That's awesome.
And so there's no Nonc New. The joke is whoever gets the drunkest that night is Nonc New.
That's Nonc New, okay.
Yes, which
All
is
right.
most of the time Cody.
Like you, okay. So you're the Will Ferrell. Let's go streaking!
Let's get it, bye.
Yeah.
You always been that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or kind of turned on
No.
with the
Yeah,
band?
no, it's always been that way.
Always been that way? All right. Now, I got introduced to y'all from a guy named Brance Lloyd. I used to work with Brance. Was he in the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, him
So
and
how
I
the
met at
band
Wells
really
Fargo.
started is 2010 New Year's Eve. Used to Brant's a great friend.
Right.
Went hang out at his house and like, dude, let's just start a Cajun band.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't play music. I grab a washboard, dude.
You can play music if you think
Just
about
play
it.
a
You can
washboard,
ting,
bro.
ting, ting.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey, let's get it started. So we kind of went from there.
Yeah.
Just started from, so Brance was in the band for 5-6 years.
Right. Yeah, him and I worked at Wells Fargo, and he went off to Whitney and did the banking stuff, and I think he did Mudbugs a little bit too, and all of that stuff. So, but y'all kind of evolved into what y'all are now. So y'all got what? Is it 5 or 6 members? Six members. Okay, so y'all you do the accordion, you play the upside down left thing.
Yeah.
That's weird. Can you tell me about that before we get into like? I admire that dude because I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, you're playing it left-handed, but you also got your your key, well, your strings upside down.
Yeah.
If
You taught yourself that way, or you're
if you play
left-handed,
guitar
right?
And you look at somebody and you want to see an A chord,
Yeah.
and you look at him, and
It don't work. It don't work.
Well,
it's impossible to follow.
well, I look at you like when
By
you
the
play
way.
a D chord, and you're like, I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
he's doing it right, but it's just, it's
sounds
like the
right.
mirror. It looks like a mirror.
Yeah, so I mean, the way that happened, my dad is a musician, and I grew up, with him playing music. All his buddies, my bedroom growing up was their jam room, and they had guitars laying around. So anytime I got a chance to sneak off and grab one,
one
I
up,
just
huh?
would grab a right-handed guitar and immediately go left-handed with it. And
You're
once
left-handed, right?
I'm both.
Well, you're both. Okay.
Certain things I do left-handed.
You're
Guitar
switch
being
hitter.
one of switch hitter. And I mean, once I knew Smoke on the Water, man, it was too.
That's
I
it.
knew too much. I couldn't turn back. You know,
Right.
and get just a regular left-handed guitar. So,
Right.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Well, I played acoustic guitar, and like my uncle would teach me a few things, and I'm like, well, I play it like this, and he's like, well, you're playing it right. He says you just got your fingers in in a different way. I guess when you're a musician, you just play it the way it feels comfortable
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
There's no really right way. It's just as long as you do the right
10,
chord.
12 different ways to play.
One of the other things I do left-handed is shoot a gun. And if you ever took a gun and put it, if you shoot right-handed and you try to shoot left,
Oh,
it's,
no.
it just
weird.
feels weird.
Yeah.
Well,
So
so
I
I
just-
catch you in the face when the shell comes out. They pop out.
Ah, you
right
just
in the-
move-
right
you
in
just
the
move
freaking
your
cheek.
head. Just get that flinch.
Try having happy time with the other hand, man. I'm telling you, it's like a whole new person, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Y'all write your next song on that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's how
so you how you came into the band? Like you play the bass, right?
play the bass, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and you've
So
done
we-
that your whole life. The bass was your
I've been playing
love.
since 10, 12 years old, self-taught, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't know how to play. Ask these guys, but I make a turd,
You act as if.
I
That's the thing, you
can
act
polish
as
a
if.
turd.
yeah.
How they say that?
Yeah.
He's the fifth best bass player in the band.
The fifth. Damn.
Apparently, everybody can play bass and play drums.
I don't know, man. I can't play nothing. All I can play is Stevie Erie. That's all I could do. But yeah, you guys kind of popped off in 2011. You getting out. I think one of the first times you guys and I have ever collaborated together or done something was the Flood to Love that we did a couple of years ago at on the Canal Bar for Hurricane Harvey victims.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't talk to y'all after, but how much did y'all actually get from that event? Do you remember?
Oh man, I don't remember.
I want to say it was a couple of $1,000.
I think it was like 5 or 6, between 5 and 6,000.
Baton
And
Rouge community that
yeah,
kinda
but
lost
Houston.
Houston. It was for Houston, yeah.
Yeah.
They had a radio station there, and they were in some financial troubles, so we gave it all to them.
Yep. Yeah, we did Flood to Love at on the Canal Bar. You guys had called me, MC it. You guys played over there. We had a couple other guys that were playing too.
Yep.
And we auctioned some stuff off, sold some stuff. And
Yep.
I mean, I guess one of the things that I love doing when we are out and about and you start getting a following, I love giving back to the community.
Yeah.
You guys do Voice of the Wetlands too,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that, how y'all got involved in that.
Well, we
You gonna say that? You put your pants down. You put your pants down, so you talk about it.
about 7 years ago we were
Out of the camp.
we were involved in a battle of the bands at the
that's true.
He went a different route.
at the
You went a
Harley
different
at the
route.
Harley
You went
Davidson
the
shop.
truth.
All right.
He went the true route.
And the winner
The one on Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Okay.
and I forgot how many bands they had, but the winner got a recording got to go record with
Nicky Rhodes.
Nicky Rhodes.
Okay.
We've
And we ended up winning it, and we were called to go to Tab Benoit's camp 4th of July weekend, and where he had his camp, he had this big old jam room. Every 4th of July, everybody just goes over there, and it's just a big
Free
old
for all.
Yes, a big old party. So we get over there, and there's everybody in Dularge, their mama, their cousin, their nanny. Everybody's over there, and he called us up to go play. And so we went up there and played. He liked it, and we got asked to play 3 times the first year. We played Voice of the Wetlands, 3 separate shows. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, we've been asked to go back and love it. That was our
a good
goal.
time, bro.
When we
It's a
started the
good time.
band, like we set goals, and our number one goal was to play Voice of the Wetlands.
Voice of the Wetlands, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, it's a big event, and it gives back to the community
Yes.
around here. Tab's very involved in that stuff. I think wasn't it supposed to move last year, but isn't it like in a swampy area or in the woods somewhere, and they're looking to move it somewhere?
Yeah, well, it's in a big pasture.
Right.
Right before you get to Dabs. Quick stop on the right-hand side. Ponderosa, I think is
Yeah.
that's what they call it. The Rouses, I believe, own it.
I got you. And y'all do it
they've
out there in
done
the
2
field.
years there.
No,
Maybe not right. 3 or
probably
4.
Like 4 years.
It was like,
4 years
Quite a
like
few,
maybe
yeah.
2015 or
I think
16.
one year they had to pivot because of rain downtown home,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
great
y'all-
time, man. Great musicians.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
has
Oh,
a
yeah.
good time. Everybody collaborates. There's
Yeah.
a jam session after everybody plays.
That's
and-
where I get haunt seeing all these other musicians and all come by. It's like, yeah, I love how you play the accordion. I'm like,
Yeah, but I would say, hell yeah, I'm Wayne Tubes' nephew, bro.
Speaking of Wayne Tubes, bro.
I look like him, but
You need longer hair, bro.
no. But they're looking at me, they're waiting for the response, and they see the Bon D and they just walk away.
You can say Bon Dia, I think.
I can say Bon D.
Yeah, you can say
All
Bon D.
Yeah, you know,
A lot of people don't know what
it's
that
an
means.
okay,
but
okay,
yeah,
okay
it's
D,
okay.
not Bon, but
It's okay.
It's an okay D.
So you guys been doing that a couple of years, and also you guys are going to collaborate with us down the bar this year in Cocodrie.
Can't
Fired
wait.
up.
We
I'm
can't
fired
wait.
up about it. Look,
Fired up,
y'all, we did this last year, and we had like 1,200 people just show up during the pandemic. Okay,
Yes.
When it wasn't allowed.
No, but look, last year they opened up the restrictions, so they allowed us to do it. Like nobody said anything, and then they had a spike over the summer, so they shut everything back down. If you would do that right now, you would have the national
yeah.
news, Good
Oh, yeah.
Morning America, saying. Local star DJ Rhett and Nonc in the Wild Matous is super spreader. You know, that's what they would say, you know. But I think we're doing it in June. Everybody's getting vaccinated. Everything's kind of going back to
think
normal. I
so.
think we're going to have it's going
think
to be
so.
bigger than I think, you know.
We were even talking about writing a song and collaborate the song
Yeah.
with us, Carrie, and you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Bro.
Awesome.
We need to put one together.
Yeah,
man.
we do. I actually have one that I'm going to,
Awesome.
well, 3 of them that's going to be coming out. The first one, I'll let y'all in on it. It's the, don't tell anybody, okay? It's the police, okay?
There's
We
cameras here?
remake it, yeah. Shh, turn them off. We remaking Don't Stand So Close to Me, but we're doing Don't Cast So Close to Me,
Sure,
okay? All right? And it's all about
that's
the
a bunch
guys.
of couillons,
It's all about the
man.
couillons. Yeah,
That's
it's
what
all-
K-Fed.
yeah.
K-Fed does that all the time. Every time we go
You
fishing
start
with him.
catching.
They cast too close to you.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
either in your mouth or it's on top of
Oh,
you,
yeah.
and you're
Oh,
crossed
yeah.
up and your bird nest like that.
You get a bite. You're like, oh, I missed the fish, and all of a sudden,
But that
Got him.
You one of those fishes. You hook on the one right here, and while you're reeling it in, the other dude
Yeah.
walks right there.
that's when you take the trolling motor, you kind of bring it around, catch it in there friggin' line, bro. You tangle it up.
oh yeah,
Don't let it go into the boat.
Oh,
yeah.
got him.
But we got. Speaking of fishing, we're gonna add a fishing rodeo to the.
I saw that.
To the,
I saw that.
to the thing
That's
too.
awesome.
So yeah.
Who's doing that? Is that you and Carrie?
That's so me and Carrie actually came up with the idea. We presented it to Harbor Light. They said hell yeah. So we went out there. We did it. It was I opened up. Then it was Carrie and Brian Forey. And then dude, it was just so big. And everybody's like, y'all doing it again? Well, we didn't know if we could with COVID and everything. And we say let's just set the date. And if there's any restrictions or if we got to move it, we'll do it. Whatever. But I mean, we got a huge response, man. And I mean, I'm excited to have y'all. I mean, to have y'all, Carrie, and junior lacrosse this year. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
eventually, my goal for this is to make it one of the biggest fairs, one of the biggest festivals in the state. I really want to do that because I find Cocodrie is a forgotten land.
Man,
You know,
it's an absolute paradise.
it's
too.
awesome down
Yes,
there,
great
you
down
know?
there.
And I grew up down there, and I just want everybody to go down there and experience it. Because, I mean, people go to Grand Isle, they go to other places that Venice, you know, they go to all of that stuff. But Cocodrie, I mean, people know about it, but they never really come
They just go
down.
for guide fishing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of
You
about
know?
it, but
But I want to
a
bring
good
people
time,
down
man.
there. They got restaurants down there.
Yep.
You can rent camps, you know. I mean, there's tons of stuff to do down there. So hopefully what we doing down there, we're going to bring some people down there. and have a
catch
good
on,
time.
man.
we're glad to be part of it too.
Oh yeah, man, and we're just gonna make it bigger and bigger. So
Cool.
let's talk about
Excited.
some of the songs y'all do. Okay. Now, I like y'all songs because it relates to like some of the dubs we do. Okay, and I think that we were playing off of each other for a little while. You know, y'all would say, "Hey man, you know this word? You know, kakot." I thought I was the only dude that knew what a kakot
That's
was.
the first time I met you.
Yeah.
We were at Louis Mohana,
Right.
and
Hana.
And that's when I talked to you. And I
Oh,
was
that
like,
was the Small Business Saturday.
Yes.
Y'all played, and I was like kind of
Yeah.
You remember when that
emceeing.
little pig fell out there? He was running in that freaking stroller, and the little
Yeah.
pig fell out, and they ran over the.
They said, go take a picture with the pig. And I'm like, what's so special about that pig? I pulled it up. He's got like 2 million followers on
I know that
Instagram.
pig's the most famous thing to walk on a bike.
Yeah.
You didn't want to eat that? Nobody wanted to eat that?
I mean, shit.
Like some bacon or something out of
2 million
it.
followers? I bet you that bacon tastes good.
What? You stuffed that with some dried shrimp? What?
Rehydrated it a little bit.
No, but that's right before I saw the Nonc video.
Yeah.
And we setting up, and you walking
Yeah, wow,
around
man.
doing your thing, which on
I was live on
Facebook, you were on
Facebook, yeah.
Facebook Live, and I'm like, that's DJ Rhett. It's the Nonc guy.
You found out?
And I was like,
You fangirl?
He found out on it. I didn't know
I was
this.
like, and then we talked, and I told you about the Nonc cart. And the
gonna
next
make fun
time I
of him.
saw you was at the we were playing Rougarou Festival.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm doing my sound check, and all of a sudden I hear, and the password is Nonc cart. And I was like, what?
I was like, where is that? Where is that?
And it was you, and I just lost it. And that whole night was awesome because
It was
I
great.
just never stopped laughing.
That night was great because y'all all dressed up as Justin Wilson that night on stage. And I went live, and I think we had like, I don't know, it was like 40,000 people was watching live. And I'm
Wow,
like,
really?
oh my God. I'm like, we got 40,000 people watching us right now.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
But it's, yeah, tell me about the songs because, I mean, when I listen to the songs y'all talking about when y'all were growing, it sounds like y'all were growing up. It's that broken Cajun French that we
Very.
learned with our grandparents.
Very.
And we're
Yeah.
just telling stories. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
like, tell me about. I mean, there's a slew, but I mean, number 2, freaking Egrette, all them songs, man. It's so funny. I don't classify your songs as parodies, but they're good dance music that have like Travis Mott. You playing. I guess you're playing on words and puns and
Yes.
stuff. And you guys do it really
Yeah,
well.
and Travis Mott was a huge inspiration for Nonc.
I got you.
Like, we started the band as a joke to go drink with our friends
Yeah.
and get away from the wives. And once things evolved,
You said
whatever,
that.
you said it.
He said it.
This guy. I had nothing to do with that.
not my wife. He was trying to. All right, y'all have a good one.
We gonna edit.
I love
Edit
you.
clip.
I love you, Holly.
Edit clip.
I love you.
I love you, Bab. But we started the band as a joke.
But to
And,
get cussed in.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have a reason to get cussed in. you know?
but the song started evolving. And
Right.
We thought nobody would listen. To be honest with you.
Well, I mean, you probably start off with something you're like, oh, that's a little raunchy, but let's just put it out there. And then people react to it, and you're like, let's go even more hard next time, you know? So,
I don't think it ever got let's go more hard. It was when we started the band, we came up with ideas for songs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still, if you look on our Google Sheets and all, there's still about 15 songs that we got ideas for. We got words for that we never even put music
half-assed.
to.
Just incomplete.
The first idea for the band, I don't know if ever anybody had intentions for us to like play gigs or do
No,
anything.
no.
We sat on the patio at Brance's house
Playing.
and just
Just have a good time,
played,
you know?
jammed out.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
so that's where the raunch came in because we didn't think nobody would ever listen to it.
And like you asking,
Oh, my little godchild, bro. He's like, when Big White Bird come up, I'm like, oh, God, oh, you know what you're singing about? But I'm like, he knows, but it's funny.
Big White Bird was
Mine ass on your roast beef. Bro.
well, Big White Bird was. I was at work and I was driving and I saw they had a bunch of egrettes in a ditch.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, look at them big white birds. And it just clicked.
That's it. Yep.
And so I came up with the music for it. And then we got to Brance's house that night and said, look, I got a song. This is the progression for the song. And I said, the whole song's about a guy to get a girl to come pet his big white bird. And the whole song's going to be sexual innuendos.
Mm-hmm.
So we sat down with a big legal sheet, yellow pad,
And just wrote.
and we wrote sexual innuendos.
Yeah.
And we had
Say
we
what
had
comes to your mind.
we had 4 pages, and we took the cleanest ones and we put it in the song.
And kind of rhymed them all together.
we
Shut the
we
oyster.
shucked the oyster. That was the clean one. So
Yeah, yeah.
it got bad.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah, it was
Trap the
bad.
clam.
Oh yeah,
Borderline.
oh yeah, it was bad. But that's how that song came about. And
Was that the first song that kind of put everything together? Or
No.
what was the first song that y'all wrote that was like, damn, we
Doing
got
the Fool was
something?
the first song we wrote.
The first song
that
was-
way
was-
Philip wasn't even there.
like was doing the Foo, Lily Grouge, Neutral Lady,
Neutral Lady, yeah.
bro.
the Saint song.
Which nobody
That
listens
was
to.
our first songs that we wrote, and that was pre-Philip. That's when
okay.
I was playing guitar our drummer was playing accordion, and we were getting different drummers just to come sit in with us for practices.
Yeah, because that was when Cody got in touch with me, and the first night I showed up, I played drums.
Yeah.
Did.
And Lath was playing accordion, and you were playing guitar.
Yeah. And then
we just kind of
rotated.
Yeah.
kind of switched all out.
And then I went. I called Cody up one day from work and said, "Let's take off for work. We're going to New Orleans and find an accordion for $50 on Magazine Street." We went to Magazine Street. I bought an old junked accordion, and I learned how to play accordion.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I'm asking Aaron here. I said, I really want to buy an accordion just to play on. He says, I think you could use your talent somewhere else. He tells me that. He does. I'm going to call him out on that. He's like, you way more talented. He's like, you way more talented in other areas than learning accordion. But I really want to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a piano?
It's kind of.
Depends what you do. It depends what you do.
I know they tune
It's like
different.
3 different styles of accordion. There's the old.
Some.
Because that's what I told Mike.
I can play Blueberry Hill.
I was like, Mike, look, dude, you can play organ, and all it is turning it upside, just turning it
on the
sideways.
side, and
no, it's not that.
It's not that.
It's more than that.
Now, I've seen
at
some
least
that
it's
had.
you. Now, when you got the buttons and the Cajun,
Right.
and that's
They're
when
all different.
because they're diatonic.
Because you got some that are
your ends and your outs,
row and
all the different notes.
Yeah.
Where your piano's in and out's the same
And
note.
so when I started playing accordion, I borrowed Late's accordion, and I went to the library and I rented some DVDs because back in the day they had DVDs.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's digital videos. Disc.
Digital video disc. I think
If
is what it's
people didn't know what it
called for.
was. And I learned how to play. I learned how to play the diatonic, the push button accordion. But that's only one key. Mm-hmm. So if I had to play, like we already wrote 7 songs,
Right.
all different keys.
So you had to get 3 different
I'd
accordions.
have to get like 6 accordions, and I'm like, oh.
Commercially, that don't work out too good, you know.
No way.
So
That's a lot of $50.
Yeah.
No, those are like 1,500.
A good Cajun accordion comes out
It's like
like $4,000 or $5,000.
$5,000.
I bought a harmonica that day and I got frustrated
Same
with
thing.
it.
Oh yeah.
I got frustrated
They
because
want
it's
the-
like you
the accordion
suck
was
and
the-
it's different.
The
You
Cajun
blow and it's-
accordion, the
you
Cajun
suck
accordion
and
is
it's a
exactly
different
the same way.
sensation. You
That's-
blow it and it's a different sensation.
That's your accordion. That's how the accordion
We
is.
need to
notes.
write a song, Suck and Blow accordion. Suck and
blow
Blow
Suck and blow
harmonica.
because it sucks.
Yeah.
Well, how about we write a song about DJ Rhett sucking and blowing?
That's, yes.
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 Yeah.
I suck at accordions, but I blow at, I don't know. Well,
Like kites.
Yeah, like, now we're gonna put our spin on it. It's gonna be about something different.
oh, yeah.
That wasn't
You give me
cool, by the
15
way.
minutes, we'll figure it out. We'll figure
Let's
it
cut
out.
that one.
It'll take you less than 15 minutes, Rhett.
Oh yeah. Me and Aaron, when we get in here, we'll write a song. Actually, We Trawlin', we wrote that in like 20 minutes.
And look, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to that on the way over here today.
Oh, really?
Love
He was
it.
prepping.
Dude,
He
Love
was
it.
podcast
Dude,
prepping.
Look, these guys make me look good. Yes, I sound good on We Trawlin'.
He agreed.
I could sing half-ass, but this dude this dude makes me, he's really legit about his craft.
Well, when y'all came out with it, I bought it on
We need a new
iTunes,
studio to come record.
and I was like, oh, listen to it on the way
come
over here.
record.
Could bend some notes. Maybe I could sing. I don't know.
He'll make you sound like Michael Jackson, bro.
He already sounds like Michael
Got the
Jackson.
moves. I mean.
Got the
That's it.
moves.
That's all he does. Justice on a vacation.
Wow.
Do y'all do any cover songs, or you just do y'all straight up? If y'all get a little wild, y'all throw some other stuff in
Yeah,
there.
we,
Because I've seen y'all at Rougarou and y'all just play y'all set like I usually do. Y'all
It
don't
depends
really,
on the
Depends on the crowd or the arena.
Just the length of the set.
I
We got to
gotcha.
do a 3-hour, 4-hour gig. We don't have that much original, so
right. Y'all just kind of throw
yeah.
some.
And then we just throw
Kind
some.
of pull in some Horace Strahan, some
Yeah.
Some Bojack.
Bojack.
We do Hurricane.
Cornbread.
We do a Hurricane by Lavon Helms.
Okay.
We do some Tina Na.
Tina.
Nah.
We could do a whole podcast on Tina, bro. And that love and hate relationship that
part
people
2.
have, you know.
I love and hate relationship with Tina now. Yeah.
Oh, bro. Hey, we already started playing Tina.
What was that?
Tina. And you're like,
That's your
oh,
own.
and we just stopped playing. And, we're
Jerome's
like,
party.
and then we
Oh,
thanked
damn.
them for thank y'all for not making us play this song.
Yeah, I'm pretty
because
sure Dan said Tina no is what he said.
Tina
We
no.
didn't
Tina,
pay
no.
you for this.
But why y'all don't like that?
They don't like
It's-
Tina.
They don't like Tina now?
it's the most overplayed.
But they went crazy last year when Ryan Foray played it at the thing.
Yeah,
You know?
he's Ryan Foray.
Yeah, he's Foray.
He does it
But
good.
when y'all,
He does it good.
Yeah.
It's like Informer
He
by
does it in
Snow.
key.
Like you can listen to it once and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I love this song." The third time in a row, you're like, "Got it on." Informer. Like, come on, boy.
Freaking Tina.
it's like going to Disney World and freaking Chuck E. Cheese is there. Man, I want Mickey Mouse to sing Tina.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
thinking about having my kids do a science experiment on the origins of T-Na-Na, where it came from, and the progressions of it.
Well, the story of
Man,
Tina
I
is
don't
just
know.
she's the side piece, right? Is that what he
But
calls
yeah,
the
I fell in love
Tina?
with,
I think so.
with a married woman.
But a married
Yeah,
woman,
so
she's the
side
side piece. Yeah,
But
all
you'd
right.
be
You might be the
surprised
side
how
piece.
many weddings we've played where they wanted that to be the money song. And we're like,
Brother, you remember?
Okay,
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
You know what that song means, right?
Oh, we don't tell them that.
I
Because we
remember.
can play that song for 8 hours and it's the same shit. You know,
Exactly.
it's like,
There's so many gigs that I remember, but dude, the one that I remember so much is that fucking
It's the old man.
that freaking wedding, that
old man.
freaking wedding,
That's all good.
freaking wedding where we played a couple songs and the guy was getting agitated. He didn't like what was going on.
Y'all get that too, huh?
We get
I get
that
that as
too.
a DJ.
but we played
And
down
we
the
played,
Bayou.
we played a couple songs. We played a
No, it
couple
was number
songs.
two.
Where he,
No, down
Number
the-
two?
we played we played number two, and he was like, "Y'all singing about poo poo and people are dancing. I don't like it. I don't like it." Boy, he was sitting there, and then we played
Down the
by,
Bayou.
and we said,
yeah.
we said,
Last night,
got the gros wazoo. He said, "Enough! I got enough." Hey, the rest of the gig, the dude turned his chair, put
Away
his
from
back
us.
to us,
No way.
Yes.
and looked against the wall.
He
and
hit
put
us
his-
with one of them.
He said, "I got enough." We read his lips.
But he was
said,
like, "From me
"I
to
got
you."
Enough.
And it's
enough.
like, you know
His
what?
back turned.
I'm turning my back to you.
He said, "Enough. It's enough.
That's
I had enough of you
hilarious.
guys."
The girls.
He said, but he said, hey, he didn't leave. He kept going to get his drinks and all. You know, get his,
lady
get his
got the-
meat pies and all of
Oh,
that.
I
but
wish I was there.
wouldn't get his
Filming
meat
his
pies,
face
but-
when y'all said
he
gross
said like
wazo.
that, enough.
That's
That
hilarious.
is, I've had enough. And we could hear him in the middle of the song. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a highlight. That's a highlight.
I've DJ'd at weddings where the bride's dad, you know, like he's supposed to like just be, I'm just
Yeah.
here for the party and the beer. No. He comes up to me and he's just like pointing at the table like, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" You know, like I'm DJing, "Can I help you?" You need to play some David Allen Cole. I'm like, it's too early for that. Like when you're a DJ and you guys are in a band,
know.
you
You
gotta
you
feel
play
the
the
crowd,
crowd.
you
You
know?
play
Yeah,
the
you feel them
crowd.
all.
Yeah.
Not one person. It's the whole crowd. If 30% of the crowd don't like what you're doing, I'm sorry, 70% buys into what we're doing. You
Yeah.
have to.
You're still winning, bro.
Exactly.
You're still winning.
So I mean, you know, you go to weddings and you,
You don't
start.
have to. You can't call me darling too early.
No, you can't.
No.
You can't do that until the end of the night where everybody's loaded.
So
you
they
know
can
what I'm
sing
saying? So
with
they
it.
can sing.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
that's the epitome of a wedding, man. When you can sing David Allen Cole 30 minutes before you go home, you're gonna get in your wife's pants. It's gonna happen. You know?
You just talking
Don't do
about
that
it.
at the beginning.
You're just
You know?
talking about it tonight.
Yeah. I mean,
You
Bro's gonna
win.
get in his wife's pants.
You win.
I love you, Bam.
It's not live, you know that.
but seriously, and it's like it
I'm
aggravates me.
investing for later.
You're investing for later.
You invest in for later, yeah. But it aggravates
Later
me
base.
because we know what we're doing. But there's this one Ted dude in the crowd that just
Yeah.
comes up to you and says, "No, I want to play Patrick Klein and you know, Conway Twitty." I love that stuff, but not at a wedding.
No.
Not at when somebody's getting married and they're 21 years old. You know what they want? They want back that ass up. That's what they want.
The worst thing for us is we start our show
I'll take a break.
and we'll play like Livre de Fouchon. And then that drunk guy's gonna walk up and like, play Big White Bird. We'll play a little bit later.
Yeah.
And play Big White Bird. And we'll play a little bit later. And so we push it up on the set just
Right.
to satisfy this guy.
Satisfy him.
And so we play it early. And then that other person shows up and miss Big White Bird and play Big White Bird.
We
I'm
just
like,
played it.
come on.
Yeah.
Bro, we just
We just
that,
played it
dude.
like 2 songs ago. Play it again. I'm like,
Yeah. Stop.
hey, look, you can ask them. I got the worst anxiety in the world. I was gagging on
You've
the way
only-
over here.
only-
Before every gig. Like, I'm like, I'm like that dog underneath the table for Christmas vacation.
I get a little butterfly before I go on
It's not
stage, but
butterfly.
once I
bad
start,
dad, bro.
It's not butterflies.
gone.
Oh, it's not butterfly. Oh, and I'm
it's
the
the
same way.
shits.
No, it doesn't go away for him because he's like, what you want to play? That?
Yeah.
You know?
But you want to
Yeah. But
What's next to that?
first 3 songs, I gotta look over everybody's head to pretend like I'm looking at them.
Really?
Then every once in a while, I can make eye contact. And
you've been doing this for 10 years now.
I've been playing music
forever,
on
right?
stages since I was 14.
For free.
You know.
It's
So,
crazy. I mean, I hear people that they go out there and they'll play, but as soon as they play, they're off. You know,
and I get
don't
like
wanna be
that
around.
sometimes.
Really?
I have been like that
oh
sometimes.
man, I'll eat the
Where-
crowd up, bro.
Oh, you
Shoot
like
them.
it? You like it?
Oh,
Yeah, shoot
I
some
love
t-shirts.
It. I love it.
Buy some
Of
t-shirts.
course, I pace and I get my set in my head and I'm humming, and then I'll go out on stage and I'm like, oh god, here we go, and then I'm like, it's gone.
Yeah.
You know.
And during the gig, it gets that
it gets
way.
better and better. Yeah.
The more brown water I drink,
There you
the
go.
better it gets.
There you go.
You know.
That's your poison.
Some poo water?
That's your pickle poison.
Yeah, poo water or just talking about whiskey? Clarify, because you on record, sir.
Pool water is great. It's the great stuff.
You drink gravy. You like...
No, the whiskey. The whiskey helps me out playing.
Right.
You know, you take a little nip here and there.
Right.
Helps you out. So whenever you get off the stage, you don't have to go hide in a corner somewhere.
Right.
And it helps out. And drink more by yourself while everybody is high-fiving everybody else. So yeah.
We're gonna get you loose down the bar. You ain't gonna be able to hold your accordion when you get
He's
up on
talking about a
stage.
pre-production meeting, maybe.
You have
Yes.
to teach me so I could play up there with you.
I'm gonna leave my accordion with you tonight.
There you go. There you
The
go.
accordion I brought here tonight.
He tends to do that.
I'm gonna leave it with you. You can bring that home.
I'll play with it. I'll
Yeah,
play
you
around
play
with it
with
and
it.
try to
You got
try to
COVID?
learn. Try to learn.
That's gonna give us a reason to get together and
Exactly. I mean,
yeah.
I really do want to collaborate with you guys. Like, I think my style of comedy and your guys' style of comedy would make a freaking song.
Bro, you throw Carrie Thibodeau
No,
on
no,
there.
no,
it's
no.
cool,
Holy
bro.
crap! No, but even go line dance, like
We-
go crazy. You know
We
what
are
I'm saying?
serious musicians. There's
take
no
this serious.
comedy whatsoever.
Why are you doing this? Oh, I'm not doing this. You doing this or I'm doing this?
I met some. I had a family funeral today, and I went down to buy.
Bring it down. All right.
And I was talking to this cousin I never met before, and it was my great aunt that passed away.
How tall? 5'9", 5'10"?
Yeah, he was about 6.
He was up
6
there?
foot.
6
Oh, yeah.
foot? Sure.
And so I'm telling him, he's like, "You friends with my you were friend like you knew my grandmother and grandfather?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, they lived up the street from me. They used to come to my mom and pa's house all the time, and that's where I learned the French. You know, listen to them converse." And I told him, you know, my band, I wrote a song, the I song. But get stung in the ass by a catfish while banging Juicy Lucy in your boat was a joke.
story.
Was a joke
tell you
that my papa and my Uncle Harris would talk about.
Right.
That they didn't think I would understand, but picking up the French words, I finally got the long
two and
standing
two
joke.
together.
Yeah.
How they say that? Jean
And so-
le Michael Collins. You're talking about me. I know you're talking about me.
No. Snowball juice.
Snowball Juice. Snowball Juice.
Dollar
So, yeah.
store.
Michael Collins.
So yeah, like all the songs had like a little meaning behind it.
Yeah.
The shock in the songs is awesome, but most of the
Most of them are semi-true stories.
Right.
like you asked about number 2 earlier.
99.5%.
Number 2 was our tribute to Don Rich.
Really?
That was our swamp pop. We're gonna write a swamp pop song. It's gonna be
About going to the bathroom for Don Rich?
not the word, the music.
The
music. Yeah.
The words just so happen to be about poo.
Having that
And look.
fly. You know, that high fly. It happens to everybody, right?
That's a chank-a-chank. What
Yeah,
is that?
yeah.
Like EBA? EBA? Is that the
That's
song?
a A, that's a A, that's a D, and that's a E.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's funny because we
you
go
go.
play
Bro,
like,
how's that coming from me, which
you
I'm not
got
even a
one.
musician? These guys are musicians.
Hey, I know. I played acoustic
Played
every
a
now and
couple
then.
songs here and there.
but like when we first started the band, we get to go play these gigs at the French Food Festival where they put the freaking plywood out.
Yeah.
So people dance cheek to cheek.
Oh, they throw a little bit of dust on
Oh,
there.
you gotta salt it
A little
up.
salt.
That's salting, by the way.
You can't cut a rug without salt.
And they got these people all dancing to this da 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 da, and they get out of their little folding chairs and they dance cheek to cheek.
Hey, some of the
It
people
can't
keep
be
them alive,
one.
bro.
It's gotta be two. and then they just stop and they look at us.
It's like Will Ferrell in Old School when he's getting mad and they turn around every now and then.
Yes, exactly.
He's like, no, he didn't say that, did he?
Exactly like that. But it's 70-year-old people. It was like,
We're rubbing the
it's
booty to a
like,
poo-poo
you know what?
song.
Like, we just ruined their whole month. Because they came to this fair to dance.
Yeah.
And they like, oh.
They're dancing to a shit
Da, da,
song.
da, da. Oh, we're going to dance to this. Gotta be true. And you're like, oh.
That's how we keep
Yeah.
it. We gotta keep it fun.
It's
man.
great though, man. It's awesome, man. It's like, who would have thought? When I first heard that song, I was like, these dudes are singing about taking a shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like, what this? This is out the box. I love it. I love it. And you know me, my comedy, my dark comedy. I was like, these dudes are out the box,
yeah.
bro. I want to.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when when I actually first met y'all, that was at Rougarou, and then the next day we kind of collaborated and did the Flood the Love and everything, and then you guys came out with $5 a tail, and when I was listening to that song, I heard you referring to Sean P in the LLC, and I'm like,
How they say that?
that's freaking Sean P. That's the guy I work with and do.
That's your boy.
Yeah.
That's your
Y'all
boy.
catching shows with. So
How you say that?
how you know Sean? Tell me about that.
Sean's my cousin. He's married to my first cousin.
Oh, Naomi.
Naomi.
Okay, so
is my
Naomi's your first cousin.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
okay,
yep.
all right.
I don't
And-
understand why that word said Sean P. and everybody gets a smile on their face.
Oh, dude, Sean.
That's
dude,
how he is, man.
Look, I worked with Sean at. He was at East Park Radiator, and he came over to.
I worked with him at East Park
Okay.
in the 90s.
Okay, well, he came to Radiator Service,
Yeah,
and I
right.
was there.
Right.
So
Oh, okay.
that's how I
Yeah,
met
yeah.
Sean there, and we worked for 5 years together. And that dude's a trip, man.
Yeah, I mean, working with him, he just
my-
always,
dude, and he's
Sean doing
funny,
his thing.
quirky.
Yeah.
You know, outdoorsman can cook like
Can
a son bitch. Like,
Hey,
I mean, he's
you ever ate
great.
too from that guy?
He does that filet to quack on.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. He's
Dog with
good.
bacon. Everything's bacon.
Yeah, but
And he's always
with
like
bacon,
down the
Pete.
bar when they're doing the Do Large Fair.
Yes.
He's the head cook.
Yes.
You know, he's the head
he's
cook. in
always
charge.
got a smile on his
guy.
face. That's the
that
best
guy.
part about
Oh
him.
man, Sean, I've never seen Sean mad
Me neither.
at anything.
I don't think he's ever been mad.
Nah.
I don't
We
think
should
you
try to
can
make
get
him
in a
mad.
bind, man.
No, man. That dude loves life, and
Yeah,
I mean,
he lives the way
enjoys
that
it.
everybody needs to live.
Yeah, man.
He's a good dude.
Bottle that up and sell it.
And it's awesome to see him doing his guide thing and,
Yeah.
and the cooking stuff, like
Yeah.
that's always what he
Well, I
wanted to do.
told him when I reached out to him. I said, Sean, man, you real outdoorsy, you real everything. I'm a nerd when it comes to that stuff. I enjoy doing it, but I don't know the specifics. Matrix shad, bro. And then we throw that out there on the point. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
dude,
just
you gotta
give me a
have that
fishing
show.
pole.
You just told everybody a secret. You just told everybody a secret. If you want to see Sean P. mad, it's right now. He's like, God damn it, got my mate.
Yeah, we went to Lake Pelto, bro. Lake
Make up a bait.
Pelto.
Make up a bait. All it's something. Put it out, and everybody's gonna buy it. No
yeah.
matter if it's
Right.
catching or not.
Oh, yeah.
LSU.
I
chill
don't-
out.
Yeah, we
It's
still good.
on.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I don't hear it that good.
Oh, look
Hey,
The other
from the
way.
coyon.
Uh-oh.
How did that happen? He must have turned it the other way. Okay, all right. I'm back on. All right. So cool. So
Y'all wanna arm
$5.
wrestle?
So
No.
$5 a tail.
All right.
Yeah.
Turned to $6 a tail.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Modulate.
How did that happen?
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
Sean
modulate.
told me that y'all modulate. Oh, Carrie told me that y'all modulate
yeah,
to
but
6.
even before that, okay, so when we were talking,
We started this. The song was written in 2011.
So it was
Right.
$3 a
Released
tail.
till-
It was $3 a tail.
till
It's
released.
three-
We just couldn't finish it until we got
And then,
some
Right.
smart
and
people
then,
in the band.
well, like he had the idea. We had a list of songs, and $3 a tail was on it. Well, every time we go to the list, we see it. And then, Sean got his camp. He started
Right.
doing the neutral lease thing.
the LLC,
and,
all
and,
that. Yeah.
and
Toilet bowl.
and I went out there with him a few years in a row, and I was like, man. And then it's like anything else, it just kind of wrote itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Like,
going to take eventually. You just got to give it time.
Yeah. I mean, once you get
Like
an
Los
idea
Palos.
and you
Yeah.
sit down in a quiet place, you get a few brews in you, dude, it just comes out. Like I say, in the we trawling thing, we were riding to Colorado and we rode that in 15 minutes because we had an iPod shuffle and the first song that came on was Free Falling. And I just said, we trawling. He looked at me and said, what the hell you said? I said, we trawling. We're going to push it. He was like, wait, hang on. He pulled out the thing and he started writing. And then within 15 minutes, we had it written.
And it's the best feeling in the world. Huh?
Oh, what?
Most of the good songs.
Like it never, it's like
Just 10
came
minutes.
out of nowhere. I'm
If
like,
you're
where the hell that
struggling,
came from?
You're struggling. You
But you
fighting
grow-
to write a song.
Right.
And it ain't working. So.
But you guys grew up on the
Put it-
bayou
put it
like
in the
me,
back.
so we have all this inspiration, we have all this stuff, and I think what's cool about it is that when we put it out, people are like, this is crazy, and then they ask questions. what the hell does gros oiseau mean? You know, and what does that? So that kind of inspired me to do Cajun words of the day with my videos to try to explain to people. And I want to keep it going.
But it's so hard to explain it. So that's when Philip shows them.
Right. Can you show me a gros oiseau?
Our first CD in the cassette that we released, it was a dictionary.
Yeah, we had
every word that we said. It was our first CD we released.
Yeah,
every word that we said that didn't make sense.
Right.
Cajun word.
Y'all had it.
We had the English translation to it. Translation to it.
We realized nobody. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Nobody realized it was in there, so we're like.
That one person that saw it.
Gros means big, gros, and soiseau means bird.
Big bird.
Yeah. So, but it was a
lot of our songs refer to poo and birds.
Well, that's all we talk about down here in Cajun land, you know.
Hey?
That's a quick laugh, you know. And if you can make a 3-minute song out of it, and make people dance cheek to cheek to it, that's even better.
I think our next song's gonna be our next song's gonna be about Pooh Bird.
Pooh Bird, yeah. Well, you know, here's a fun fact for y'all. You know, birds don't pee, right? It just all comes out that white stuff.
Well,
I learned that on the radio the other day.
Really?
I'm gonna take a
They don't drink water. They just eat. Everything comes out.
No yellow, all white.
No yellow, no white.
It goes clear, dries white.
Bro, they clean as a whistle. They real hydrated.
I wish I had a gizzard.
Y'all remember when dog turds used to be white?
Oh yeah, they're not white anymore.
Why dog turds aren't white anymore?
I don't know.
That was the diet.
That's because they're vegans.
They changed the diet.
They changed the diet.
Changed their diet.
Yeah, science diet now, man.
You got a vegan dog.
They put brown pigment.
I mean, when
in
it was white, you would see it. Okay, I can't step right there.
Yeah, I
but
can
now
pick it
it's
up.
just-
Nah.
The stuff not it's too wet to burn.
Yeah. I just roll over that with the lawnmower. I'm doing my lawnmower lip syncs. I'm
You
like,
smell it.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's all over the place.
I ain't like it. You gotta check yourself and make sure it wasn't you know?
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
sure.
yeah.
On my
All right.
podcast,
Oh,
why
yeah,
ask me a
yeah.
question?
What's your inspiration? Like I don't know how old you is, but
I'll tell you.
Calling.
I'm 43 years old.
so
I graduated in 95
All right.
from South Terrebonne.
what music you listen to? Like what's your inspiration to do what you do?
When I was I'm a DJ, so I started DJing at 14 years old. So I listened to all kind of genres of music. I'm talking like
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys, Criss Cross. Yeah, you can name
yeah,
anybody.
I know.
George Strait,
Oh yeah.
Conway Twitty,
Poison.
anybody. I listen to
Poison.
anybody. Okay. And when I got to high school, it was CNC Music Factory, Boys to Men, Color Me Bad, you know, all of them bands. And then when I started getting into the grunge rock as I started getting older. So you had the Pearl Jams, the Soundgardens, the Nirvanas, all of that stuff. Then I went into college and it was Tupac. You know,
NWA.
it was Notorious B.I.G. It was gangster rap that was kind of
you
coming.
went a different.
Yeah.
You went a different route than us.
Then 90s kind of went bubblegum with TRL. They had like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Korn.
You got into
Limp
NSYNC and
Bizkit,
all?
you know, all of that stuff.
Serious?
Hell yeah. Dude, I would go see the Backstreet Boys in a
when it makes a
heartbeat and
good
NSYNC
turn.
in a heartbeat. I'm telling you,
When
bro.
it makes a good turd, you gotta listen to it.
You have to. You have to. Hey, bro, look.
Bro,
JT's my man crush.
I was about to
okay?
ask you.
He's my man crush. I'm sorry.
That's why you got all those posters of them right there.
Yeah, that's all. Well, MJ.
I like that one.
MJ. You like Hank Williams?
I love that.
And I mean, these are some inspiration. Look at this dude. This is Prince back here.
Yeah, no, Prince is the man.
Dude, I listen to everybody.
Yeah.
I have no genre of music that I won't listen to. So I guess what happened was, like, over the years of me DJing, I listened to these songs and I got the. And I don't know if y'all know my uncle Wade Trahan. He plays in the Trahan. That's my uncle. So I played in Rochambeau with them for a while. I was like in their band for like 7 years.
Huh.
So it's me, the SJ Boys, Todd and Jason and Wade, and we played. I mean, we had a black singer called Percy. Percy was in our band. He's
still in Rochambeau.
He's still in Rochambeau.
He sounds like an angel.
He's the
saw
only
him,
he's the
like
only
an
one
angel.
that's the original one from
Yeah.
when we were all together.
Right.
But Percy would do all the country music and I would do all the like rap music. It was hilarious. I would do
There's a
like
good chance I saw y'all.
I would do Sugar Hill Gang, Eminem,
Yeah,
Nelly.
I'm sure
and
we
then,
saw y'all.
Then he would be "Live Like You Were Dying." That's his favorite freaking song. I was like, Percy, sing something else, please.
It's a good song.
It is good.
It's
but
his Tina.
It is his Tina.
It's a crowd pleaser.
It's just when I was in the band, I was always trying to let's learn this, and it was always, oh man, Mustang Sally. I can't.
Can't hear it again. I can't even see that. Mustang Sally.
Yeah. All right, y'all ready? Brick House. Like I just didn't want to do that stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to do more of the Eminems, the Nellies, the dance music, the top 40 music. And then when I left the band and started having kids and everything, I came in and I was like, man, I still want to do music. I still want to do something, but I'm not as of writing wise, but I could really spoof on some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the route I went. But Aaron and I's been working on some original stuff. And I got to hand it to you, bro. When you get the original stuff out there and you got a song, you're like, shit, man.
Yeah.
Like this could be big.
Yeah.
So we got a few songs that we've been holding on to. The West song that we put out, we wrote, like y'all, we had that 5 years ago, we wrote that. And I was like waiting for the perfect moment to release it. So we had it. And then we did the Bash last year and I'm like, man, everybody's depressed. Let's just do this party
pick
song.
them up a little bit.
You know, so I brought the camera down there and we shot the music video. I gave it to Carrie because none of my guys could make it. Gave it to Carrie. I said, bro, just keep me in center. That's all you got to do. I got it on focus. And he just held it the whole time. And we did the one performance.
That's awesome.
And then I just put B-roll on top of it and we released the video. And people, I mean, it's got 500,000 views.
Yeah.
Damn.
Over 1,000 downloads. And I'm like, and it went #1 on the iTunes charts.
I know. I saw that.
You know,
That's
and
awesome.
I'm like, what the hell? I got 3 #1 iTunes comedy charts, like on the comedy. I was up there with like Adam Sandler and. But what I want to do is I want to pair with y'all and get y'all to the top. You know, I mean, I would love it.
We need some help.
No, y'all don't need.
really do.
Y'all don't need help. Y'all need some distribution. Like y'all use my distribution and we'll get up.
What we
get
need
it
to
up
do
there.
is those. We
We
need to
got
collaborate.
342 people, I think,
And we need-
Facebook-wise now.
We got
400?
4,000.
Oh, shit.
Oh no, we got a couple.
What have I been
But
sleeping?
we need to work on that album
Yeah.
to get nominated for that Grammy.
Exactly.
So we could wear Papa's leisure suits
Exactly.
and
The
trolling.
coach's jacket. And
Let's
wear
do
your
a song on wet wipes or something. Something
Coach's
that's like
shorts.
Get
get
your coach's
Boudreaux's
shorts on.
butt paste
But
or
you know
something
what I
that's
was
like.
thinking though. You know how
Let's make Rhett's butt.
everybody wants to do about stuff about saving the wetlands.
Yeah, yeah.
But now with COVID, you got to save the wet wipes.
Yeah, save the toilet paper.
Save the toilet paper.
whatever.
Save the wet wipes.
Exactly.
And put that to a little Cajun tune.
Exactly. That's awesome. What you-
Grammys.
We'll be up there with Adele.
Yeah. Well,
Dude.
Wayne Toops won an Emmy too.
Dude.
Huh?
He deserves it though.
Grammy, not an Emmy.
He deserves it though, man. That dude paid his dues.
Emmy, yeah.
I like
What
Wayne
is the
Toops.
Emmy, by the way?
Wayne's great. I got in trouble from Wayne too.
Oh shit.
Well, not him personally,
say
but I think it was his
product.
wife. No, I think it was his wife. We did the Cajun Christmas vacation dub. And in that dub, I mentioned
Cocaine
Wayne.
Oh, I
And-
watch all your stuff
yeah,
too.
so
by the
when
way.
I said
She
that,
didn't like it, right?
she didn't like it. And she was like, that was just something in his past. And I'm like, I get it, but everybody refers to him like that. And I didn't mean any disrespect.
No.
It's just,
It's freaking
at
Wayne
this point,
Toops.
it's Wayne Toops.
It's
And you know
freaking
what?
Wayne
I think it's cool that you call him Cocaine Wayne. I think I would want to be called Cocaine Wayne. You know, I would. But I said, oh man, I'm going to delete. Oh, look, there's Wayne right there.
I told you we could be.
I never met Wayne. I've
could be-
always watched him in.
We could be family though.
Yeah.
We got the same beard.
Y'all look exactly alike.
Exactly
Picture
alike.
of Wayne Toops.
But I watch him every year at
That's the picture I took with Wayne when we played with him.
Shrimp and Petroleum Festival. We watch him every year.
I love everything he does. Like
Yeah,
it's
he
just-
The dude's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, he is.
Yes.
And I mean, that was just that was a nod. You know, the Cocaine Wayne thing was a nod because
It is.
I like him, you know, and it wasn't anything to offend him, but I got what she said.
I understand
You know,
that, too.
I understand.
Try to get past
In the
it, you know?
past and everything, but
But you also, but how many people follow you?
I got like 700,000 followers.
That's a chunk.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more.
That's a little bit
more than us. You see,
But that's people that never heard of him,
Right.
That now
heard of
are
him.
thinking about him.
Yeah,
And even though it was a parody, you gotta appreciate the exposure. You know, there's
Right.
no such thing as bad publicity.
Right.
So that's why.
I even said
Facebook
it in the-
Live, Philip's taking off his shirt this weekend, Saturday night.
2012.
I don't know when this is going to air,
Uh-huh.
but after it airs,
It's gonna air live. You said live, so it's gonna happen
oh yeah,
as soon as you hit the
and
camera.
we're going to tase him.
And make him wear a diaper.
Can I do some cocaine?
You can do some Wayne.
Hey, now you're gonna get a call. Coco you're gonna get a call.
No.
Conical Phillips would be like Coco Phillips.
Hey, and disclaimer, we're joking about,
Yeah,
about
we're
Wayne.
joking.
But nothing but respect for that man.
I
And
do
for
too,
what,
man.
for what
I do
he's
too.
done for the industry and what he's done
What
for
he's
this
done for
community.
Louisiana,
What he's
man.
done for Louisiana, he's up
Right,
there
he
with,
can play
Hell
the
yeah.
accordion.
with like Buckwheat Zydeco.
Him, Don Rich,
Don
freaking
Rich.
all them
Yes,
guys. Because
yes,
I
yes.
grew up in the '90s, and I remember Don Rich's. Wayne Tube's first CD that came out. And my dad would make gumbo, and
Don Rich?
every Saturday
No,
morning.
we saw
No,
that.
I'm talking about Wayne. Yeah, I said Don, but I corrected myself. But
He had good hair. Don got good hair.
Don got that Kentucky
good hair,
waterfall coming down right there.
Great hair. I'm sorry.
The pear part. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I hate to break that up, but I love good hair.
Oh,
man.
dude,
Man,
that's awesome.
I love good hair.
But I mean, Wayne Tubes too, he had them locks. But I remember my dad cooking that Mardi Gras gumbo in like 1992 on Mardi Gras day, and he had freaking Papa Johnny, Papa don't say. He had that thing blaring, and I'm like, let's go. You know, it's just
You start on
You feel the music.
Bro. You start on
Yeah.
harder.
the
Boy, you
damn
get that
rules, they're
freaking-
not gonna burn. Listen to some tubes, yeah.
He's putting them hips into
Exactly.
to roll them on.
Exactly.
But look, when we play, a lot of people tell us that like your music shit, but y'all put on a good show.
Yeah, no, look, it's all about a good time.
It is.
Y'all should play more like Wayne Tubes is what they normally say.
But
Y'all should play some Wayne Tubes songs.
Wayne, Joel, and all with the way that their energy on the stage,
Yeah, it's second to none.
It's second to none. And you try to mimic it. And I remember we played a couple weeks ago. We played at Paradise Ranch, and I was like, I'm getting it this whole gig.
Right?
You're
And,
getting
like,
it or you're gonna get it?
I'm gonna get it this whole
Got it.
gig.
All right, all right.
Gat with an A.
And
Got
two
it.
songs in, I'm like, we got the grottos. And like I'm like, how do they do this for an hour at a time? An hour
Limp Bizkit
15.
do it, man.
I've done that
And-
before. The Sugar Hill Gang, they got the a hip hop. The hip, that's
hip,
14 minutes
I
of
know.
straight
Now,
rapping,
what
and I
you
know
hit-
every single word.
Let's do it right now.
So okay,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. But I know every single word.
All right,
But
watch 'em.
I was like, I'm going hard on this one, and I got about a minute into the song, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm
feel
gonna
it.
finish, dude. Like, cause I'm like, oh, like I'm gasping for air, so I'm like, and I'm breathing weird, and I'm like, oh my god, I ain't gonna make it, guys. Y'all gonna have to help. And but for some reason, you pull through, and you get the song's over. You're like, all right, I need a break. I need a break. You can't talk the next day.
Yeah.
Well, y'all brought y'all instruments, bro. Y'all want to play a
wanna
little
jam
tune
out?
for us? Let's jam out. Let's do a little acoustic unplugged version. Y'all want to do that?
Let's do it.
Let's do
can.
it. Do one little thing
can.
and we'll wrap it up. And I love it, man. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. All right, guys. On the DJ Rhett podcast, we got pod decks, and we ask one question. Okay, so before y'all do y'all song, what do you think is the most unpleasant sounding word?
Swamp Jaws. Just lost a boat down in Bayou Black. We going out to try to fill up that burlap sack. Not with soccer leg before they jump in the grass. Yeah.
What y'all gonna do when it turns to $7 a tail? Modulate to the third degree? All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming to the DJ Rhett podcast. Nonc New and Matous. We'll see y'all at the Coconut Bash, y'all.
Yeah, you're right.
The DJ Rhett podcast. How's your mom and them?